What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Wednesday, April 3rd. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, let's take a look at the point guard position. I like Jamal Murray from the Denver Nuggets playing the San Antonio Spurs, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 6th most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Jamal Murray has scored 36, 20, and 50 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 33 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 33 minutes per game with a 25% usage rate. Jamal Murray is $5,900 DraftKings salary. He's $1,300 more on FanDuel, so I love that DraftKings price. Projected at 32.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.5 times value. There's not a huge implied total in this game, only 213 points, but both of these teams are battling for seeding. Should be a competitive game. Jamal Murray is just way underpriced on DraftKings. I don't like him so much on FanDuel, but a smash DraftKings play. I love Jamal Murray here versus the San Antonio Spurs. So our DFS tools for MLB baseball are now live and working. You can click on the MLB tab to change sports and check the tools out for baseball. They're really helpful. They're going to save you guys a ton of research time. Remember, we added projected ownership, and that will be updating throughout the day as injury news changes. We also added the fantasy points per minute stat here for each player, and we also added a stat that's new to the industry. We call it the hit percentage, and it's the percent chance this player has to hit value at his current DFS salary. And you can access all these new stats even on mobile devices by tapping the dash rank icon. Okay, who do we have at the shooting guard position? I like Walt Lemon Jr. from the Chicago Bulls playing the Washington Wizards, who have the 4th worst defense overall, and they give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Walt Lemon Jr. scored 22 and 43 fantasy points in his first 2 games, averaging 32.3 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 31 minutes per game, with a 22% usage rate. Walter Lemon Jr. is now $4,700 DraftKings salary. He's $100 more on FanDuel, projected at 26.8 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.7 times value. So the price hike on Walt Lemon Jr. is going to scare a lot of people off. But you have to remember, it's the end of the season. These teams are not in the playoffs. They're going to be playing their young bucks. This is where a lot of people get tripped up in NBA towards the end of the season. They'll look at a guy like Walt Lemon Jr., 4,700, and they're just going to say, no way. They're going to keep featuring Walt Lemon Jr. He had a bad game last game. He still scored 22 fantasy points at min salary. He's got 40-point upside. This is a fast-paced game and a fantastic matchup. Oh, and there's an implied total of 227.5 points in this game, so that's a lot of fantasy points to go around. I like Walt Lemon Jr. here versus the Washington Wizards. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, who do we have at the small forward position? I like Troy Brown from the Washington Wizards playing the Chicago Bulls, who have the 6th worst defense overall, and they're pretty good against opposing small forwards. But Troy Brown has scored 39 and 27 fantasy points in the last 2 games. He played 42 and 29 minutes in those games, with a usage rate around 17%. Troy Brown is $4,900 DraftKings salary. He's $600 less on FanDuel, so I love that FanDuel price. Projected at 23.1 fantasy points here tonight, That's 4.7 times value. This is a home game, a fast-paced game. He's playing a Chicago Bulls team that really isn't the same, so he's got a much better matchup than it looks like. If he plays over 30 minutes, he should be able to pay off his price tag, especially on FanDuel. So I like Troy Brown Jr. here versus the Chicago Bulls. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, who do we have at the power forward position? I like Aaron Gordon from the Orlando Magic playing the New York Knicks, who have the third worst defense overall, and they give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Aaron Gordon has scored 21, 53, and 31 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 33.5 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 34 minutes per game with a 22% usage rate. Aaron Gordon is $7,000 DraftKings salary. He's 100 more on FanDuel, projected at 34.6 fantasy points here tonight. That's right around 5 times value. Aaron Gordon is a scary fantasy player. As you can see by his last 3 games, he had a low of 21 and a high of 53, so there's a wide variety of outcomes. This is a home game, a fast-paced game, and a fantastic matchup, so I like Aaron Gordon here versus the New York Knicks. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Rudy Gobert from the Utah Jazz playing the Phoenix Suns, who have the 3rd worst defense overall, and they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing centers. Rudy Gobert has scored 49, 47, and 47 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 41.4 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 32 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. Rudy Gobert is $8,500 DraftKings salary. He's $2,000 more on FanDuel, so I love that DraftKings price. Projected at 46 fantasy points here tonight, that's 5.4 times value. Rudy Gobert's been on fire. He should get plenty of work again tonight. Fantastic matchup, fast-paced game. I love Rudy Gobert here versus the Phoenix Suns. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.